Hello. Welcome to 365 Days Live with New. I am coming to you from my sister's place. I am in the guest room and I'm popping in. I snuck away so that I could pop on and go for my live. So let me know. Say hi in the comments. Let me know how you're doing, how your weekend's going, how your day is going. I am babysitting my nephew today. We had so much fun and I just really enjoyed just being there, and like we went to the arcade and we had food, we hung out, we watched a movie, and it was so fun. So I also like played obstacle course with him, and it's just so fun to play with kids and to be back in that energy of being a kid. You know, sometimes we forget what it is, how it feels like to be a kid, and to just follow our joy and just follow what feels good. So if you have any kids around you, any younger kids, it's always so refreshing for me to be around their energy and to remember what it's like to enjoy life and to follow your desires, what lights you up. I think that is the most important part. So I was thinking about like what to speak about, like what I wanted to share today, and I think I was just like, well, I'm just gonna come on and see what comes up. So yeah, I'm gonna keep this short because I am going to go back and return and spend some family time. But yeah, I wanted to come on here, and now that I was speaking about my nephew, I really want to remind us of following our intuition and tuning back into our bodies and our joy, because we can become so disconnected from our truth, from what we want and what we truly desire and what really makes us happy. That can be so easily, in today's world, so easily overridden by the mind, by logic, by expectations, societal expectations, right? And so I just want to come in here and remind you that sure, we can go on like, you know, ignoring our needs, ignoring what we want, like not putting ourselves first, not loving ourselves, and accepting that like there are some things that we want and we are gonna wanna go for in order to make us happy, and that's okay, right? It's not always selfish to take care of yourself, and it's actually the opposite. And my journey really started when I really lost my identity and didn't know who I was anymore and didn't know why I was living, like for what purpose. And that really was the beginning of me and my journey of self-love and self-discovery. And that still remains to me to this day one of the most pivotal moments of my life, because before then I was living for everybody else. I numbed out all my desires. I like just tried to please everyone, make everyone else happy, so that no, I actually didn't know any other way. So I was gonna say so that I can, you know, do something like blah blah blah, but it's not even that. It was like that was what I was modeled. That was what my mom knew, and she modeled to me and my siblings. So I don't blame my parents. I don't blame my mom, because she did what she knew, right? But now that I have this opportunity, and if you are here watching me on a video on Facebook, on YouTube, we are in a place where, in a time where we have so much more resources than our parents did. And so it is time for you to take back your power, to really own your future, and to really be able to take control of your future. And that starts with you really knowing yourself, with you really learning to accept and love yourself for who you are. So because we can never give to other people what we don't have. Okay, so and you give to others what you have. So for example, if you have a lot of hatred, a lot of pessimism, a lot of judgment towards yourself, well, guess what? You are going to be projecting that out to other people. When people are around you, you are going to automatically judge them, automatically be pessimistic about who they are, and be automatically unhappy. Because we treat the world the way we treat ourselves. So you give the world what you have. And this is a beautiful thing that I learned from, a beautiful metaphor that I learned from my mentor Melanie, where she says that, let's say, for example, you go to work, and on your way to work, you go into a coffee shop, right? Whether you drink coffee or tea or whatever, but like, let's just run with this example. I go to a coffee shop and I get my coffee, and I'm walking out the door and I bump into somebody and I spill the coffee on myself, right? So I can be mad at the person who bumped into me and say, hey, like, because you bumped into me, I now have coffee all over myself. I spilled coffee, right? But another beautiful aspect that Melanie talked about or shared with us through one of her programs is that, why don't we shift the focus away from the person bumping into you in the first place and shift the focus onto what is in the cup, right? Because the only reason why you spilled coffee on yourself, or the only reason why coffee spilled on you, was because you had coffee in the cup. Okay? So if you had water, then you would have spilled water on yourself, or the person would have bumped and you would have spilled water, on yourself. So it's not who you bump into. It's not who triggers it, right? It's what's in the cup. And the cup is you, your internal world. So it matters what's inside, because when you go and you bump into people who don't agree with you, people who trigger you, like, it's the same thing. It's the same thing as someone else bumping into your cup, right? If someone bumps into you, triggers you, if you have anger and hatred, that's what's going to come out. If you have love and compassion, that's what's going to come out. And so I just believe, and I just feel like that's such a beautiful, powerful message for us to realize, hey, like, the work starts within. It starts with you inside, what you have inside. And so I just really, truly, honestly believe that the work of self-love is underrated and overly simplified, because when it's oversimplified, people kind of see it as cheesy and they don't really see the value of it. But self-love is such a core foundation and is my life's purpose, to love myself so that I can be an example of that and show other people how to love themselves as well. So I'm very passionate about this, and I use human design as a tool to help me get to that place of self-acceptance and self-love and understanding. And I want to be able to do that for my clients, my audience, the people around me. Okay, so that is, kind of like went from intuition, tuning into what makes you happy and joyful, and then it went into working on yourself and tuning back into yourself and knowing what's inside, and that joy and happiness is all within your reach and within your power. And so take that power back, because a lot of times we give our power away. Okay, so it's okay to give our power away sometimes, because we're human and that's going to happen. But for the majority of the time, that's what I'm talking about. For the majority of the time, we want to be in power of our internal world. So when I say power, I'm not talking about like power over other people. I'm talking about power over yourself, being able to control your emotions and your reactions and responses to life, to people, to the things around you. So that is what I have for you. I am going to go back out and spend some time with my family, but I wanted to tune in here and share that little piece with you. Let me know in the comments what you took away from this live, if you resonated with anything, and definitely also share with anybody who you feel like this needed to hear this message. And I will catch you tomorrow for tomorrow's live. All right? Have a beautiful rest of your morning, day, night, whatever time of the day that you are watching this. All right. Bye.